Beauty Talk! Welcome back to the channel. Happy Chinese New Year, happy Lunar New Year. I hope everyone had a really great time. So I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to do a fun, somewhat editorial inspired look. And this one is going to be what I want to call an anti-Valentine's Day look. I mean, I don't think it's really like a date look, but I think it's a bad bitch look. So this is my anti-Valentine's Day tutorial. Okay, before we start, I want to let you guys know about my school, Hyperreal Academy, at hyperrealacademy.com. Right now, we are offering the 100-hour fundamental course with the American Academy of Micropigmentation, also known as the AAM. And you do need this to practice in the state of New Jersey, and this is for permanent makeup professionals. So if you want to make 6 figures in permanent beauty with no college education required, this is your best way to do it. So if you want to learn more about it, go on hyperrealacademy.com. And if you guys want to shop for makeup for Valentine's Day, go on hyperrealpro.com. Use the code Kelly20 for 20% off any makeup skincare products you want. And if you guys want something that's truly lovely for Valentine's Day, go on goldenlifetea.com. And my #1 recommendation is gonna be rose black tea from Golden Life Tea. And the reason why our rose black tea is so phenomenal is because we blend fresh rose petals with fresh tea leaves. If you guys want a free sample, go on goldenlifetea.com. I highly encourage you guys to try it out. So if you want to learn more about it, I'm actually going to be setting up a brand new channel for Golden Life Tea. So hopefully I'll see you guys there too. So we're going to start off with our base, our moisturizer, sunscreen, and all of our serums, essences, skincare. So you have to make sure that your base is good. And if you guys have any questions about skincare or anything about how to do your base and primer to make your makeup last longer, I can answer all those questions just in a separate video because that shit will take too long. And I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick, and this is the shade Amethyst. I prefer the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks, to be honest, but my favorite shade is actually discontinued. So here we are. Gently trace where I want my shading to go. And I really like this Caviar Stick because it's dark, but it's not too dark. So there's plenty of room to layer with a darker eye pencil. But the reason why I don't use a black eye pencil is because I want there to be more dimension and depth. I don't want it to just be that classic 90s smoky eye. Nothing wrong with it, I just personally don't gravitate towards it. And blend out the shape. And you don't want to take too long because then the product will set and it won't be blendable anymore. And one of my favorite smoky eye icons is Kim Kardashian, obviously. She's just like, oh my god. Her smoky eye is seriously next level. It's something that literally every person who likes a smoky eye should aspire to. Like the Kim Kardashian smoky eye, it's crazy. It's just perfect. I'm gonna be using the Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced as my eye contour. Yeah, but with Kim, oh my god, her smoky eyes are so phenomenally good. You just want to study it for hours. It's crazy. And I do feel really bad for her for what's been going on. Like, it's one thing to go through a heartbreak, you know, keeping up with the anti-Valentine Day mood. It's one thing to go through a heartbreak, you know, in high school or just like even a divorce. But it's another to have to go through that with children involved and every single person, almost every single person, because you're a household name. So many people just have an opinion of what's going on without knowing the whole story. And then Kanye is just a nightmare. And it's been horrible for a pretty long time, ever since Kanye tweeted about the movie Get Out being about him. I think that's where everything just kind of went really far south. Yeah, this is a good contour. And haven't we all gone through something similar with either a crazy ex-partner or just like, hopefully not like your current partner, but all right, this is getting kind of dark, so moving on to better things. You don't have to be in a relationship to have an enjoyable Valentine's Day. I think that Valentine's Day, I mean, yeah, sure, it's a really commercial holiday, and it's just an excuse for people to eat a lot of chocolate. You don't have to hate it outright in order to not participate in it conventionally. You can still rebel against it and still have it be an enjoyable time of the year. I haven't really had good relationships, to be honest, you know? Nobody really cared about me, and that was most evident during Valentine's Day. Which is maybe what inspired me to create this video in the first place, is that, you know, Valentine's Day says so much and so little. It depends on who you ask. If your partner just outright tells you like, oh, I think Valentine's Day is stupid and therefore you shouldn't expect me to do anything thoughtful for you, I think that's really shitty, and I think it says a lot about how little your partner values you and how little your opinion actually matters. There are so many ways to participate in Valentine's Day. There's so many little gestures that people can do for each other that doesn't cost any money. It barely costs any time. You barely have to think twice about it. So yeah, if your partner is trying to skip out on Valentine's Day and trying to make you feel bad about wanting to do something, that's a red flag. It's a pretty big red flag, honestly. And I would take that pretty seriously, to be honest. So to further accentuate the smoky eye, I am going to be using my Natasha Denona palette, the mini Glam palette, and I'm gonna go into the dark brown shade right here, and I'm gonna use it to accentuate the outer edge of the smoky eye so that it gives my center a bit of a frame. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to have a really bold shimmer shade that's kind of dark. So I want the shimmer to pop out more, so therefore I'm going to create more darkness. I always feel like I can never explain something to save my own life. But you know what? Just keep watching the goddamn video. So yeah, I mean, I think that Valentine's Day is pretty significant in the early stages of the relationship, and it gets less and less significant the more time you spend with each other, because it's like, okay, you don't have anything to prove. It is just a commercial holiday at the end of the day. You also shouldn't feel bad about yourself, and you shouldn't allow somebody to make you feel bad about yourself for wanting something. You're not asking, I'm sure nobody's asking for a Tiffany bracelet on Valentine's Day, you know, unless, well, I don't know, if you're in a new relationship, you definitely shouldn't be doing that. And I've never asked for anything that special. I just wanted flowers, candy. I just wanted something so that I can participate in the holiday, basically. And I've had ex-partners basically say like, oh, this is not like a real holiday. It's just a commercial holiday, you know? Like, why do you even care about that? And I've had an ex-partner say, well, you know, I know girls that don't even want anything for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but that's like not me. You're literally not dating them, you're dating me. Actually, he was cheating on me, so you know what? He could be dating any of them, so I have no idea. But you see, that's the answer from somebody who deadass does not give a shit about you. So, yeah, I'm kind of conflicted, because part of me agrees that Valentine's Day is kind of like whatever, but another part of me also uses this kind of holiday to get a closer look at people, if you catch my drift. I don't know what my boyfriend is planning for me for Valentine's Day. And you know, in my current relationship, I actually don't really care what we do for Valentine's Day, believe it or not, because he does stuff for me all the time that makes me feel so special, that makes me feel so incredibly loved, and he's always so patient with me when I'm not perfect. And you know, he does literally everything that he can to make me feel loved. So when it comes time to celebrate Valentine's Day, I almost forget. And I think that's a really healthy place for you to be in, because then you get to just coast through it with no expectations. And in my experience, when you have zero expectations, you're always pleasantly surprised by whatever result you get. So you really love to see that. So I'm taking my brush and I'm just gently sweeping the color out so I get a sharp wing. And the reason why I do this is because in my head, I'm already planning on doing a wing using liquid liner. And then this is your time to kind of check and make sure that both eyes are kind of the same size. And I say kind of because usually people have one eye that's bigger than the other, and that's not an issue unless you make it an issue. So once you're happy with your shape, you're gonna take a flat laid down brush. So I'm going to be taking my custom Anastasia palette, and this one right here, oh crap, I don't know the names. Okay. This is like a mushroom. It's oh fuck, it's not called mushroom. It's called truffle, caviar? Truffle? No, it's something expensive. It's a mushroom. It's truffle. This is truffle something. Truffle butter? Truffle glitter, Jesus Christ. Truffle glitter. Okay, so this shade is Truffle Glitter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We're gonna pop this on our brush. And if you ask me what my favorite singles are, it's gonna be either Urban Decay or Anastasia. Classic. They're not new by any means, but they're classic. And I'm gonna glide this right over. Ooh. Sorry, it took my breath away for a second. I'm gonna glide this right over my eye base, and it's gonna be glorious. And I'm just gonna blend into this outer line that I kind of crafted. And don't worry guys, I'm gonna make this look more interesting. I mean, not that you have to, but I'm going to try to make this a little bit more on theme for anti-Valentine's Day. I actually don't even know what constitutes as an anti-Valentine's Day. I'm assuming you just like get fucked up with your girlfriends and on like bottomless mimosas, you know? Okay, so my ideal anti-Valentine's Day would be literally me with a bag of rosé, a bag, not a bottle, a bag. And it's gonna be $25 because that's literally what happened. I bought a $25 bag of rosé that's like this big. It's by no means a good deal. It's by no means a good decision. So I had my bag of rosé and I was just sitting on the ground and I was playing The Witcher 3. That was basically my idea of a good time. And honestly, it is. And honestly, The Witcher is a much better love story than 90% of my own. So you know what? That was a pretty good Valentine's Day plan. Sadly, I probably have Valentine's Day plans, so I can't do that this year. But you know what? It's gonna be a good time no matter what. Because as long as you're enjoying your own company, it's always gonna be a good time. I'm getting a little jittery because I'm getting pretty excited for what I'm about to do. So either that or I drank too much tea. I think it's a combination of issues today. I'm gonna be using a lengthening mascara because if you use a volumizing mascara, it's not really gonna make that big of a difference. You want to lengthen your lower lashes. I really do. Okay, when I look at my eye look so far, I really think I take a lot of inspiration from Kim Kardashian Smokey Eyes because I noticed that her smoky eye game has elevated so much because she used to do the whole like black on black and maybe a texture if we're lucky, but her makeup artist really went above and beyond and they're doing so many different things with her smoky eye. And my favorite makeup look that one of Kim's artists did for her, it was from, I don't think it was from Mario, I think it was from Nikki Makeup, my favorite makeup artist actually. Her and Patrick Tar are my favorite ones. And Nikki Makeup, she did something for Kim that I don't think any other makeup artist was either allowed to do or tried to do, and she really went above and beyond. And she did that signature Nikki Makeup cut crease, almost, and it's really soft and feathery, but you can tell that it's a Nikki Makeup signature look. Such a makeup icon, you know. And she, she's found happiness. She's with Pete Davidson now, and I heard from somebody who actually knows him that he's lovely. So good for her. And for all the people that are saying that Pete Davidson is ugly hot, I don't even think that's true. I think he's just straight up hot. I think I'm going off topic here, but honestly, that's how I feel. I'm gonna use my eye primer, and I'm gonna use my Anastasia eye primer to drop a highlight in the inner corner. I don't even know what ugly hot means, you know, to be quite honest. But you know what? I'm not that surprised because everybody loves a funny dude. I don't know a single person who does not love a funny ass dude. And you know, like I said, he's not ugly, never was. I don't think I've ever cared this much about celebrities before until now. It's funny because they're pretty relatable when it comes down to it. And I'm gonna try to clean up the edge so there's not too much whiteness kind of poking out. I'm gonna be using my pencil brush and I'm gonna go into another palette. And this one's an old one, just like everything I'm showing you guys. This is also another old one. This is my Urban Decay Electric palette. I'm gonna be mixing these two shades right here. So hopefully I can get a touch deeper than that Barbie pink in the middle. Because that pink is leaning very blue, and I'm gonna use the coral to kind of warm it up a little bit, so the end result is gonna be something like a very Valentine's Day pink. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a really, really Valentine's Day kind of pink. And I'm gonna take that color and I'm gonna go right into the inner corner. When you're using neon or bright colors, in order to get the actual color to show up, you have to separate it from the flesh tones of your skin. So you have to have a white base. Otherwise, your neon color, it's just gonna go directly over your skin. And it's gonna blend in with your skin tones, and then the color will be muted. So you don't want that. You want it to be bold and punchy. And you can even drop a Swarovski crystal in the inner corner if you're so inclined. I think that's a really pretty look. And you can add darkness with a liner. I was gonna add like a little heart, or even like, you know, to be extra edgy, just like a little black teardrop until I found out what it meant. You don't want that. That represents something really bad. But no, you can do like a little black heart right here. It looks kind of like a beauty mark. I really like that. I'm gonna take my Stila liner. I'm gonna use the smaller micro mini one to give me more control. I'm gonna do a wing. And for people with hooded eyes, I don't think there's any other option aside from a pen liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and do another wing. This time at the inner corner. I'm just gonna point out the inner corner a little bit. Yeah, that was a really good decision. I really like that. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna do a matte liquid lipstick right here. And I'm trying to kind of match it to the eye, the inner corner, but I want to make it slightly darker so it doesn't clash. And today I'm going to be using the House of Lashes Audrey mini lashes. Yeah, I really love this pink. Oh my goodness. Because you know why? Because I love pink roses. Pink roses are like my second favorite roses. My first favorite roses are red and black roses. Like red with black roses. That's my favorite. And I call them Louboutin roses because I'm a bad bitch. And I just don't know why, but so many girls, I don't know why, so many girls are made to feel bad about wanting flowers for Valentine's Day. Like, dude, why do you even care? When people complain about girls wanting flowers and they're saying like, well, it's just flowers, you know, it's gonna die in like 2 days. That's not the point. The point is they're really beautiful. They don't last, but neither do bananas, and nobody complains about that. So, I don't know. And they're not even expensive. Considering that people only expect them once a year, they're not even expensive. When my boyfriend gets me flowers, he doesn't even get me the bodega flowers. He gets me flowers from the funeral home near his house. And the reason why he does it is because they're a little bit nicer, you know? If you're gonna spend money on flowers, you might as well get nicer ones. So yeah, I love the shit out of my funeral home flowers, and I really feel bad for anyone who is being made to feel bad for wanting roses. Because yeah, while I think it's bad to be too traditional, at the same time, this kind of tradition literally does not hurt anyone. This is looking pretty fly. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So if you want to clean up the edge a little bit, which is kind of what I'm seeing here, you can take a smaller brush and you can just gently sweep this over the line. You don't want to go too far with it, just a little bit. Because we did a lot of blending. If you want to keep up the intensity, now is going to be your time to go back in there just a little bit. For me, I prefer a bit more subtle of a contour, only because I just don't think contour looks good on me particularly. Because I also have kind of strange bone structure. It is what it is. So what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of that Chocolate Soleil color from Too Faced, which is originally a bronzer anyway. I'm just going to take it on a flat powder brush, and I'm just going to sweep it towards my cheekbone in this motion. So starting from the edge of the Wayne Goss airbrush brush, you know, my bread and butter, basically. Take the edge, and then flatten out. And buff it into your base, however you want to. And you can use this to either layer, or to add a blush, or just sweep it into your jawline. Very, very, very easy. And I actually do add a lot more for the camera because I want people to kind of see where I'm trying to go in terms of placement. If you want a natural look, it's super easy. Just do like, I want to say like 25% less than what I'm doing. And you will have a more natural look. In terms of contour. If you follow my eye tutorials, you will not have a natural look. You'll have something better. You'll have a bad bitch look. Boom. This is feeling a little bit 80s because of the pink. I'm gonna take my Natasha Denona blush right here, and I'm just gonna very, very, very gently do a sweep, just to add that slight touch of rosiness. Oh, it smells like old roses. Oh, that's a very bizarre smell. I kind of like it though. It's kind of nostalgic in like the worst possible way. It smells like my old school teacher from elementary school. I don't know, it's oddly nostalgic. Anyway, we're gonna take this and we're gonna sweep it across the apple of our cheek. And the reason why I only use powder blushes is because I'm super crazy oily and I just don't do well with dewy looks. So I always use a powder, and the finish ends up dewy anyway on me. So a lot of times my demos are gonna be almost exclusively in powder. But I also enjoy cream products such as the Makeup Forever HD formula. This is a really good cream formula for people with oily skin. So if you have oily skin and if you hate powder products, don't give up. Try something like this. And for that same reason, I never do a highlight. So I always skip the highlight step. But if you want me to recommend a highlight, I would recommend either the Jouer highlights, the powder ones obviously, the Burberry powder highlights, so good. Or if you want something liquid, try the Charlotte Tilbury or the Makeup Forever liquid highlights. So those are gonna be my recommendations. I'm not gonna be wearing a highlight, but I still want you guys to kind of know about them. Okay, final step. What was the final step? Lipstick. I'm gonna use Bite Beauty, and this is their little mini liquid lipstick. Alright. Oh, this is kind of dark. So this is kind of dark, therefore I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of glossierbomb.com, and I'm gonna apply this color using a brush. And the way that I overline is that I hover this color a little bit above the Cupid's bow. And when you feather out your lip line, it gets bigger all around. But you only want to overline the top and bottom. You don't want to overline the sides, because that will make you look old. And if you guys don't believe me about that, I can show you pictures of me when I used to do it. Okay, so just a little bit more color. Add it in layers, you know? Don't be afraid to add things in layers. Okay guys, this is gonna be the look for today's anti-Valentine's Day bad bitch look with my little Medusa hoops. Alright, so that's it for today's look. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's beauty talk. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up so I can know about it. And be sure to leave me a comment to let me know any feedback that you want to let me know. It's a really great way to help me support my new channel. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. If you want to learn anything about permanent makeup, go on hyperrealacademy.com. If you want to shop makeup for Valentine's Day, use code Kelly20. at hyperrealpro.com to get 20% off your entire order. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.